public discussion to get voters ready for the upcoming election. It's called The Truth About the Booth and aims to walk people through their rights and the importance of voting. The Indianapolis Urban League is putting on the event, and this morning we have Kelly Doucette. She's the president of Exchange with the Urban League here. Also have Alyssa Impink, the Civic Engagement co-chair. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So this is such an important topic to get young people, especially out there, to vote. Can you explain, though, first, what is Exchange and then the work that you're doing?
Sure. So the Exchange at the Indianapolis Urban League is the young professional arm of our Indianapolis Urban League. Our goal is to do professional and personal development, some social networking opportunities, obviously, but we are doing a really big push in advocacy and civic engagement, particularly when it comes to young Black professionals in Indianapolis. So that is our most of our goal, and making sure that young Black professionals in Indianapolis feel welcome and that they have an opportunity to feel like they belong here as well.
And belonging means voicing your opinions by voting. Why is it important to let people know about their rights when it comes to voting?
Yeah, at the Exchange, we really want to ensure that everyone has a wonderful community to reside in, whether that's education, whether that's affordable housing, whether that's equitable economic mobility, and all of that is determined by who we choose to vote and lead for us here in Indianapolis. We want to ensure that all of our young professionals are aware of what to vote, how to vote, who to vote for, when to vote for. So we want to ensure that they come this evening so that they can ensure that they have the advocacy and all the information that they need to cast their vote.
So that's going to be some of the things that you're explaining to people as they come tonight. What else can people learn if they come and have this discussion?
Sure. So we will have representatives this evening from the ACLU, the Indianapolis Urban League, Women for Change, and then we'll have a past city clerk to speak on not only just voter education but voter rights, why it's important for us to get out and vote, what voter suppression looks like, and how our voice can be heard. We always say that your vote is your voice, and this is one way for us to continue to push that, particularly again when it comes to young professionals in Indianapolis.
And letting those politicians know, even if they don't get elected, that you are voting and you are voicing your opinion. Walk us through, though, a little bit. You know, the Urban League has said that there is voter suppression here in Indiana. How so, and how can people combat that?
Absolutely. Our data shows that less than 15% of folks within central Indiana and Indianapolis actually casted their right to vote, going into the booth and ensuring that they were able to cast for their local officials. So we want to ensure that we understand that all of our young professionals know, again, when voting day is, ensuring that they have an understanding of who they're voting for, and knowing that not just the local elections this November, but the primaries next May, and then the general election again next year in 2024.
I often hear people when I do stories say, oh, my vote doesn't even matter. What message do you want to send them right now?
Your vote absolutely matters. I tell people I've seen voting work in my behalf, I've seen it not work in my behalf, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you give up. You keep working towards it, and most importantly, when we do vote people in office, they are there to serve the people. And so this is our opportunity that even if someone doesn't get into office that we would prefer, that we still hold each elected official accountable for what they are doing for our community.
Okay, so this event, it is happening tonight. So it's at the AMP at 16 Tech. Doors open at 6 o'clock. The event starts at 6:30. Important to know, this is free. It is open to everyone. We will have much more information about how you can get involved and go tonight. It's all going to be on wishtv.com. But ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Very important cause, and we appreciate the conversation here and tonight.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.